25 Sweetpeas. Today for you, I'm swatching the new collection from Orly called Surrealist. This is their fall 2022 collection. It consists of 6 autumnal shades, and there's quite the variety in this collection, so I'm going to swatch all of it for you. And this is available now on the Orly website, so I will have that linked down in the description box below. But other than that, I think that covers everything at the beginning, so let's start swatching. The first shade that we are swatching today is called Dreamers Awake, and this is sort of a gray shade. Think wet concrete. That is like my best description of this. And I don't mean that in a bad way by any means, because it's actually a really, really nice gray. It's a really great coverage. As you can see here in one coat, it looks really nice. Of course, I did go ahead and do a second coat. It's a really good gray if you're into grays. It's definitely more of a cooler tone one, I would say. Covered perfectly in 2 coats. And as always, Orly's brushes are just super nice. The next shade, you guys can check out the name in the corner of the video because I have no clue how to say that. It's probably French? I don't know. Or Italian? I don't know. But this is kind of like your creamy off-white shade. It definitely falls more towards the creamy than white, I would say, because when you put it next to a stark white like our background here, you definitely get more of a creaminess to it. And it did cover really nicely in 2 coats. And the next shade is called Metamorphosis, and this is the most unique one in the collection in my opinion. It's kind of a deep teal, but then it also has like this reddish gold shimmery sheen in it. So really neat shade. It covered perfectly in 2 coats, as you guys are going to see in this video here. And I really like the shade. It's different. And I like that there's more of a teal shade in this fall collection because I love a good teal. Then the next one is called Elysian Fields. And this one is another one that has a really good formula. This is a very unique, interesting shade. I'm not really sure how to describe it. It kind of pulls a little green, but also kind of pulls a little like Dijon mustard, but more green and brown. I don't know how to explain this color. It's a really unique shade that's probably not going to work for everyone, but if you are a person that likes autumn colors, this is probably going to be a good one for you. Covered really nicely and had a great formula. The next shade is called Stop the Clock, and this is kind of like a deep dark brick red shade with a super shimmery sheen to it, and it covered really nicely. There must have been something on my nail. I don't know why. There's little dots at the end that's not on the polish is doing. That is something for some reason on my nail, even though it's done right after the last clip. Sorry about that. But this covered perfectly in 2 coats, as you guys can see. You don't have to worry about brush strokes too much, even though the shimmery sheen could sometimes be like that. That one seemed to do really well, definitely once it dried down. Then the last shade is called Persistent Memory, and this is like your classic Marsala shade that we see in a lot of fall collections. This has a really nice formula, as you guys can see. In 1 coat, it's basically full coverage, but of course I did go ahead and do a second coat, which does finish it off and make it feel complete. I would say the color remained the same. It didn't really change tones much, but they're overall great formula, great coverage, and everything applied in this collection perfectly. Everything was about 2 coats and they all look lovely on. So I think that covers everything for this collection. It is available now on the Orly website if you guys would like to shop it or check it out. I will have that linked down below. But other than that, that is it. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye!